Hello everyone, this is Adil Aslamir and welcome back to our course regarding Windows Form application with CH. As you know, our previous lecture was dedicated to understand the basic IDE of Windows Form application. So this lecture primarily focuses on the designing and customization of Windows Form. So in order to start the designing and coding process, first we have to open the Visual Studio. For this purpose, we have to go the search menu and search for Visual Studio. When we click on OK, you will experience the interface like this. As I said in the earlier lecture, we have to create a new project, Windows Form application project. For this purpose, we have to go to File menu, then click on New, and then click on Project. So in order to create the Windows Form application, you click on Windows Form application, and in the left pane you have to select Visual CH. You must have to give some appropriate name to your Windows Form application. For this purpose, I will give name it to Experiment 1 and press OK. So that's it, a new project is created in front of you. As you can see the Windows Form. So in the Windows Form application, basically this window form is we can simply say that it's a user interface for your desktop application. So basically it's a container for your controls such as button, label, text boxes and other user interface elements that are used to interact with the user. So Windows Form provide a flexible event driven programming model that enables developers to create rich interactive application for Windows desktops. So they are designed to be easy to use and allow developers to create applications quickly without having to worry about the low level details such as memory management and device context. So I think Windows Forms also provide features such as menus, toolbars, status bars, dialog boxes that make easy for developers to create complex user interfaces. So they also support data bindings, which allow developers to bind data to the user interface and keep it synchronized automatically. So overall, I think we can say that a window form is a crucial component in a Windows Form application, as it provides the basic structure and functionality of the user interface for the application. So let's start design this form. So in order to design this form, first you have to know the very two basic things which is very important. So first of all, this is your Windows form. So in order to design this form, first you know the two basic properties. So when you click on any control, right click on any control and you click on properties, the property window will be displayed in front of you. The two very important properties are its name property and also the text property. This is your text property. Okay, for this form, the text property is form1. When you change the text property, okay, the name of the form will be changed as per your text property. This is form1. So it's a very good practice. You must give your form names and also the text to appropriate names like the purpose which represent the purpose of this form. So this is our new the initial project, and also it's we are very beginner to this form. So this is basically the welcome form. So I change the text it to welcome form. Also we have to change the name property, because most of the time when we are customizing the code and make some we have to make the objects of these forms. So it's very good practice that you must give some appropriate name which you remember during the coding process. So this is the my form. The name of the form was form1, so I change it to a form welcome, for example form welcome. So this is my form welcome and its text is welcome form. So let's start designing this form. So the very first control I am going to use is button. So in order to put this button on this form, you click on this button, drag this button to the place you want to locate it. So I placed the button here. So here again there are two main properties. When you right click properties. Okay, there is name property and also the text property. Okay, the text is button 1, so you have to give the appropriate text as the per the functionality of the button. So here our functionality is, like I can say that this is the welcome message. Okay, so I change its text property as per my requirement. So the text button 1 will be disappeared, and the new text which you provided welcome message is now displaying on this button. So I also want to change this name property. This is button 1, I change it to btn message. Okay, so every time I want to access this button, so I can access by its name btn underscore message. Okay, now if I want to execute this form, so we have to start it by start debugging, or we can also go to debug menu and start debugging. So I can simply click this command in the toolbox toolbar menu. So I click here start debugging, and it is in execution mode. So as you can see, this is my button. So when I click this button, it is going to be pressed, but nothing will happen in front of you because I didn't have provided any code for this button in a way that when I click this button, something will happen in front of you. So I want to give a brain to this button. As we know, there are different type of events available for each control. Like for this button, button has different events. Like the basic event is that button click. When you click this button, what will happen in front of you? So in order to generate this event, so we have to double click this button. When we double click this button, an event is generated in front of you, like you can see here. Okay, this is your access specifier private. Okay, wide mean it doesn't return anything, and this is the name of your control. Okay, this is the button message which I provided in earlier. Okay, when this button message is clicked, what you provided inside these two brackets will be executed. Okay, what I want to provide is that when we click this button, a message will be displayed in front of you. So for that purpose, we have different type of classes available in Windows Form application, such as one of the classes message box. Okay, we have to use the message box. When you, it's a very interactive language, because when you type something, it will give you suggestions. Okay, this is when I write MESS, it will display different options in front of you and different classes in front of you. So this is the message box. So I select my correct one and press enter. So it will display yeah, we have to we inserted message box. Okay, as we already know that you can access the properties and functions of a class using a dot operator. So this is message box dot, and all the functions are displaying in front of you. So we have different functions: equal, reference, equal, and show. For the time being, I want to show something to user when this button is clear. So I have to choose this show. When I press enter on show, it will be automatically written in front of you. So what we provided inside in these brackets, it will be displayed as it is, like in console application. What we write inside write dot console, inside any cout statement, for example cout, what we provided in the double quotes, it will be displayed in front of you. So message box dot show, what we provided is that welcome to Windows Form application with ch. Okay, so what it means that when you click this button, a message box will be displayed in front of you, showing the message that welcome to Windows Form application with ch. So now run this code. Okay, we start debugging. So this is now in execution mode. So when you click this button, as you can see, a message is displayed in front of you: welcome to Windows Form application with CH. So every time you click on this button, a message will be displayed in front of you: welcome to Windows Form application with CH. Okay, now you can stop this debugging process either by canceling this cancel button, or you can go to toolbar and click on this button to stop debugging process, or you can go to debug menu and click on stop debugging. So other thing you must have to know about this, that with when you click on Solution Explorer, you can see this is your designer window, and also there is the code associated with each form. Okay, how to switch between your Windows form code and the designer window? When you right click on the form, view code, it will take it to your CS file or code file. Okay, now if you want to go designer window, you have to right click in this code and click on view designer. So you can easily switch between designer window, and you can switch from code window to designer window. So it's very simple process. So now we make something different. Okay, there are other controls available for you, such as label. Okay, so we insert a label here. So what label is? Label is basically a control which is used to show some informative text, and label is basically static control. It does not change during the runtime. Okay, so basically I want to give some text on this label. As I said earlier to you, if you want to change the text, this is label 1. I want to change it to the text it to, for example, display message. Okay, I change it to display message, and I want to locate it where I want to place it. Okay, so there is another control. You can see this is text box. So I want to insert a text box into my form. So I have to go to D. This is text box. I can put my text box here. Okay, so again, when I right click this properties, okay, I want to give this, the name of this text box is text box 1. So it's very good practice, as I said earlier, that you give some appropriate name to your text box. So this is my message box. Okay, so I want to change this is text message. So I give an appropriate name. This is text message. So everything what I want to do is that whatever I write in this text box, when I click the button, the message I wrote in the text box will be displayed in the message box. Okay, what I have to do is that I again double click on this message box. The code window will appear in front of you. I just have to change this line. Okay, so now I didn't want to give the static text. So as I said earlier, what my problem is that whatever I want to give in this text box will be displayed in the message box. So what is this? Okay, the name of this text box is text message. Okay, so we can access the control by its name. So what we want to make visible. Okay, I want to access this control. The name of the control was tx. When I write tx, the name of the message box, the text box will be displayed in front of you. So text message. When I click on this, so I am accessing this text box. Okay, so what we write inside the text box, okay, it's the what we call this property as text. Okay, if I want to access the properties and functions of this text message text box, okay, I can access by writing dot operator. Okay, text message dot what I want to access from this text box. I want to access the message, what I write in this text box. So text box message dot, I want to access its property text. Okay, so what does it mean? That message box dot show, and inside this message box I have displayed what we write in the text box. So the name of the text box was text message, and I access the text inside this text box. Okay, so when we run this code in front of you, okay, so when I click on welcome message, it shows empty message. Why this? Because we didn't have provided any text inside this text box. Okay, so it is an empty message. So if I write welcome to my channel, so when I click on welcome button, as you can see, a message will be displayed in front of you, welcome to my channel. Why this? Okay, you can see when this message button is clicked, message box dot show text message dot text. Okay, the name of this text box was text message, and dot text is what we write in this text box. So I wrote in this text box, welcome to my channel. This welcome to my channel will be replaced with this line, and welcome to my channel is passed into this message box, and the message box will display the message welcome to my channel in front of you. So that's it. So that's all for today. I hope you have now the basic concepts of controls such as buttons, text boxes and labels. I think the beginners who have just switched from console application to Windows application can understand this concept by practicing the same on your laptop. If you have further questions or concerns, please let me know in the comment section. I shall be very happy to help you further. So thank you. See you in the next video where we upgrade ourselves to slightly more advanced concepts. So subscribe this channel and stay updated for future videos. Thank you.